All right, not quite sure what happened there. Just lost connection. So stream died. Apologies for that. Back up and running. Very, very strange. But yes, as I say, this is our starting livery. And the eagle-eyed of you with a sort of a love of historical racing might recognize the color scheme. It is based on the silk cut Jaguar. I absolutely loved that livery when I was a kid. You know, glorious color scheme. So this is going to be our baseline default livery, is the silk cut color scheme. We will change the livery up a little bit from season to season, but we will keep these basic colors and this basic concept as our starting livery. And then, as I say, for one-off races here and there, we will break out one of these old heritage racing liveries, like the McLaren, like the Benetton, like the Williams, and like the Jordan. But that is our starting default livery. I did look at a couple of other different options. I did consider that. That might be one that we use in a different season. There's also that one, which again, we may well use in a different season once I figure out how to actually put that one in without all the sponsor logos on it. But that is what we're going to start with. So we'll apply the changes there. Driver suits. Again, I have created some custom suits. So this is the suit that I've built in preparation for when we run the Williams. Tried to make it as close to the suits that Mansell and Patrese wore in 91, 92. But this is going to be our starting driver suit. Again, kind of just tying in to the silk cut branding, the silk cut theme, silk cut livery. And for a logo, I actually went through and painstakingly built this. It took me quite a while to build this livery. This logo. But we're based on the Goodwood Festival of Speed, and there's also a racing club called the Goodwood Road and Racing Club, and I've tried to replicate their logo as close as I can, and this is what it looks like. So instead of saying Goodwood Road and Racing Club around the side, it just says Goodwood F1 Racing. But the livery has this kind of checkered flag in the centre of the oval with a crown on the top. You can actually Google it, and that is as close as I can actually get to it. And it took me a long time to build this, and I'm going to show you why. So we're going to go into the editor, and you can see I had to apply all of these as individual layers and then position them where I wanted them. And I'm still not 100% certain on the actual spacing of racing. I might need to, and F1, I might need to just space those out a little bit better because it does look a little wonky. And then I had to put in different elements like this, and then I had to put in all of these squares. These are all white squares on a black background, and I had to make sure that they were all spaced out independently. So you can see there's that one there at the top. If I go with this one, that one's there, that one's there. Yeah, it was a pain, but I got it done, and I'm actually really pleased with how that has turned out. So that is our team livery, the Goodwood F1 Racing livery. We're going to discard changes. There we go. And you can see that's now been applied to the nose of the car and also to the podium surrounding our car as well. So there we go. Now we just need to put the team colours in. So I want white shirts with yellow striping and purple accents. So I need to put those colours in. So we're going to start off with a white shirt. Oh no, wait, this is doing the lights first, isn't it? Okay, so we want to go purple next. Darken that right up. Okay, we'll go with that initially, but I might need to tweak that. and then we want a nice sort of yellowy, goldy kind of colour. We'll go with that for now. And I'm going to save those inputs down here so I don't have to program them in again. That should be, there we go. All right, so car livery, driver suit, logo, we've applied all of those. We've done our engine, we've done our branding. Now I need to put my name in. Go. We're an experienced manager. We are going with the hardest settings. And there we go. Goodwood F1 Racing is. Yeah, I'd say it probably took me about best part of an hour to build the the team logo last night. But there we go. There is our new homepage for Goodwood F1 Racing. So we have a new email. Emily is saying, welcome to Goodwood F1 Racing. Very exciting to have you on board, and we're looking forward to taking on the season under your leadership. Well, you say that, but this first season is going to be horrible. Horrible. We're going to be so far off pace. It's unreal. Let's immediately jump through bits and bobs. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, that shirt looks exactly how I wanted it. That's excellent. So these are our staff. Let's go ahead and start training them, I suppose, before we do anything else. So, oh, she's got a terrible underfloor. Oh, that's not good. She's weak in the underfloor. Front wing's terrible as well. Oh, great. So two of the major downforce generating areas are both appalling. And side pods, so not great either. So we need to look at underfloor, side pods, and front wing. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Ground effect gives me all three of those. That is awesome. We'll train her on ground effect. Let's have a look at Laurent Roger. He has terrible cooling, DRS, and airflow. They're the worst parts, but he's also bad at low speed downforce. Not great at high speed either. Oh god, this season's going to be so painful. I think grip and traction might be the way to go. Oh, actually, maybe bodywork. Ooh. Go with aero principles. And Bruno Mello is our sporting director. So, not great stats, are they? We're going to work on, let's see. We want to work on processes, and we want to work on training. There we go. So we'll go with innovation. Let's have a look at our drivers. Welcome back to those of you who have rejoined after the stream randomly crashed. And hello to anyone who has joined since then. Real King, good to see you. Right, starting with Théo Pourchaire. Let's take a look. So 81 cornering, that's nice. 77 braking, 78 reaction. So his pace stats pretty good. Consistency, 77, 72, and 69. So we could do with a bit more consistency. Racecraft, not the greatest overtaker, a little bit better in defending. Has Poe been with anyone else recently? So a quick look, actually. No one that I've got hired. He's been with Joe, he's been with Duan, Portoletto, and now he's with Théo. Okay, so going back to Théo, let's see. So the weakest areas are his overtaking, defending. Do with boosting his smoothness and control. His adaptability is not great either. Have a look through. Smoothness, overtaking, defending. Control, smoothness, adaptability, accuracy. Let's go with that. Let's go with wet track training. Let's take a look at Liam as well. So Liam's pace stats not as strong. Needs to improve his cornering. His consistency is pretty good. His control's 82, accuracy 78. Smoothness lets him down a little bit. And then his racecraft is a little bit stronger. Adaptability 71, overtaking 69. So that is up a little bit on Porsche, as you can see. Lawson in the high development rate. Porsche still in the very high. And they're both aggressive drivers. That could be potentially explosive as the season progresses. We could see quite a lot of mistakes this year. Well, I'd be shocked if we don't see quite a lot of mistakes, to be honest. I'm going to go with short run pace to try and improve his cornering, braking, adaptability, and accuracy. There we go. And let's check with Pedro. Has he been paired up with anybody in? No. So he's been with Freddie and Dennis before. He was just paired up with Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and we've just stolen him from Prima and put him in here. So neither of our engineers has had any experience with either of our two drivers. And that is that bit done. We've done our staff. Let's do our pit crew training. So as always, we are going to customize our training schedule. You can see the Grand Prix starting early because of Ramadan. It matches the 2024 calendar, and that will be the same with Saudi Arabia as well. I think it was Ramadan. Was that right? Ramadan? I believe it was. Let's try and boost areas that are going to need it. We are going to need to put in some car part training as well, some car building training. So let's do that here. And then make sure that we are well rested for the Grand Prix. Let's go with a little bit more pit stop training. Probably get away with an extra half day of training here. Yeah, we'll go with that. If we make mistakes in the first race, it's to be expected, I think. So we're not going to gain a huge amount. We are going to gain a bit in car building, but we're not going to make massive gains. In fact, we're not going to make any gains as to see by the end of the month. But we'll see how we get on. We really do need to get Bruno trained up as quickly as we can. Right, let's have a look at the state of our facilities next. So you can see we do not have a suspension simulator, and that will cost me $6 million to buy. We do not have $6 million. And $4.5 million for the car park test centre. Again, we do not have that kind of money. Let's take a look at our staff facilities. Do not have a team hub. Do not have a race sim. Race sim will cost me $1 million and $800,000 for the team hub. That isn't good. Look at our other facilities. We have no hospitality, no helipad, no tour center, no memorabilia. How much are these rooms going to cost? Well, we need the tour center. The tour center is going to bring in a weekly income. That's going to cost me $250,000. Not cheap. Let's build the helipad as well, so that we can get some sponsor money coming in. Hospitality is going to boost my team marketability. That will have a knock-on effect on our sponsors. And the memorabilia, again, will have a knock-on effect on marketability, but also to boost our mentality a little bit. Our mentality is going to be pretty rough. So we're going to go ahead and build that. That should leave us with a little over 1 million yet. 1,070,000. It's not really a lot of money. Now, I have had a quick look at car park development, and it is more expensive this year than it was before. Or at least it is when you go intense anyway. So, yeah, there is our car performance. As you can see, it's bad. It's really bad. Engine cooling's not the worst. Our tire preservation, which is actually just brake cooling, is not bad. It's 15th out of 22. So, yeah, not too bad. We do have this nice little feature here where we can see the upcoming requirements for each individual circuit, and we can also then switch between cars and see where they're ranked on the grid as well. I do quite like that. That is a very nice little addition to this screen. This is where we can edit our team branding as well, as you can see, and we can hide the UI, get some nice little promo shots like so. But unfortunately you can't move the camera around on anything other than this axis, so you can't zoom in, you can't zoom out, you can't pan on a straight side. You just rotate around a fixed spot, unfortunately. So that's a little bit of a shame. Our warehouse, let's see how bad each of our parts are, because they're going to be pretty rough. Yeah, that's our chassis. It's really not good. Front wing, again, terrible. Rear wing, terrible. Side pods. Oh, airflow in the middle is actually pretty good. Everything else about it is terrible. Underfloor, terrible. Suspension, terrible. So yeah, it's not a good car. It really is not a good car. In terms of powertrain parts, we do start with 4 engines available this year. Only 2 ERS units and 4 gearboxes. So we do get that extra power supply based on last year's starting allocation. But down to 2 and 4 in the gearboxes again. Right, let's go into car park development. Let's see how much we are off in the averages at the moment. The average top speed is nearly 2 kilometers an hour quicker than us. Oh boy. Oh, this is worse than I thought it was going to be. This is just the average. We are so far off. Our DRS is 14% off the average. I didn't even think how far off we are on Red Bull. Oh, yeah, they're 4 kilometers an hour faster than us. Much better acceleration than us. Their DRS is nearly double ours. Oh my god. We are losing 0.2.5 G. That is a lot in the low speed. That's a monstrous amount. Oh my god, this car is so bad. I knew it would be a tough start, but I didn't think it would be this tough. Ooh. Alright. Let's have a little look at the chat. Make sure it's all working properly. Williams is still fast in this game. I need to add an upgrade on the car. Real King, looking forward to getting the game on Friday. I played a race last night with Ferrari in career mode. That was pretty good. I actually managed to win the race in the end for the 1-3. but it was a tough fight with Max. And then we also did all the live stream stuff we did last night. We did some scenario stuff. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I am definitely enjoying it. Let's go into car park development. So, in terms of pricing, we just skip through. There you can see a normal chassis now costs 1 million. These were 700,000 in the last game for a chassis. And if we go intense, it's gone from 2 million to 3 million. So, very expensive there. If we then go down to front wing, now these were, I forget how much they were normally, but an intense build was 4.8 million, and that is now 5.4 million. And that's the same for the rear wing. However, the underfloor is actually cheaper. And I think the suspension's a little bit as well. So the front and rear wings, they on intense builds cost 5.4 million each. Chassis, side pods, underfloor, and suspension all cost 3 million each. That's it, which is pretty good. The biggest problem I think we're going to have is car's drag and its weight that we can do something about quickly. We really aren't going to have the ability to do a lot. We've got just about enough money for one upgrade, and it's going to be a pretty crap upgrade. So I need to figure out what I want to strip the weight out of. I think I'm going to go with the chassis. Got a lot of hours to spend. And not much time left for the next ATR period. It's 2 weeks. Let's see how much performance we could find. We just pump everything into a weight reducing chassis. Oh, the chassis now affects the DRS delta. That is different. I didn't just notice that. So we can strip a load of weight out that way. I do want to improve the engine cooling, but at the same time I also want to improve our drag. Don't want to have any negative impacts on performance if I can help it. There we go. That's about as balanced as I can get it. So that is going to affect the airflow heavily at the front, not so much at the back. I don't think that's a good upgrade. Have a look at an underfloor. Assuming I can afford an underfloor. Yes, 1 million. I can just afford an underfloor. It's only going to get me a little bit of acceleration. That's not the way to go with this first part, I don't think. Let's look at side pods. I want a part where I can strip a load of weight off the car to help with acceleration and give me a nice little boost. So that doesn't look too bad. Even tweak that. Our speed's still terrible. We do that. But we do get a little bit of extra medium and high speed downforce. We get a little bit of extra acceleration, a little bit of extra speed. For a first part, I think that's probably what we have to go with. So, we're not going to get it in time for either of the first two Grand Prix. That's pretty much a given, I don't think. Let's go with... We've got to be really careful with our upgrades. I'm just going to stick to the one engineer. Try and get as many gains in experience as I can. And there we go. So hopefully we can have that ready for Suzuka. If not, Australia. Obviously a different calendar this year, different order of racing. So that'll be something I have to get my head around as well, because I'm so ingrained in the sort of schedule of upgrades from the previous game, where we had Baku as race 4, and we always tried to bring a really big package for Baku. Now we've got to bring a different package and at a different timescale. So Baku is way down here this year. There it is, after Monza. All right. Is there anything else we can get done? Not really. Not with 70k. So let's advance some time. I think, actually, have I done everything? Let me check. We did our drive. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Got to look at our affiliates. We do have 2 affiliate drivers. I had initially wanted to not have any affiliates, but you have to basically terminate the contract, and yeah, can't afford to do that, as you can see. So, oh, wow, I've just seen her salary. That is a lot. That is a big amount. Yeah, we'll put her on short run pace, condo. I think we'll probably do the same. Yeah. So we've done our main drivers. We've done our engineer. Have we done our engineer? No, we haven't done our engineers, have we? So I want to work on, I think, communication and composure. Yeah. Just to get that relationship up a little bit faster. And then after that, we'll then go to feedback and composure. Actually, no, let's just make a start straight on that. Driver comms. Let's have a look at Pedro. And again, we'll go feedback and composure. Not getting the bonus from either of those rooms yet, because we don't have them. Everyone's miserable at the moment, unfortunately. As you can see, I've got five negative staff, 4 neutral. So Porsche and Lawson are currently neutral. My 2 drivers are neutral. All my staff, all my staff are negative. That's not good. That's not good. It's only the drivers that are okay. All right. Now we can advance time. Have you done your sponsor package? No, you don't get to do that until like a week and a half or so after you start your first day. So that's coming up. Memorabilia room. Has that made an improvement to our mentality? No, not really. I didn't think it would. Let's go to the inbox. So, Technical Chief Isabella Cockerham, Head of Aerodynamics Lauren Roger, Sporting Director Bruno Mello, Race Engineers Po Rivera and Pedro Matos. Welcome to the season. Memorabilia room constructed. Helipad constructed. So that will give us 1% boost to our sponsor target payout. Will improve our marketability and team attractiveness. That's good. Can I afford to do the next level? I doubt it. No, I cannot. And now we get to do our sponsor negotiations. So we need to select a title sponsor for the upcoming season. Abeos. They are giving a 21.7 million overall upfront package, and then potential funding of another sort of 10 million or so with engagement and race day activities. That's a lot of engagement and very little upfront. That is not a good one for us. These guys here, they're offering a lot of race day. It's worth a fair bit more on the funding, but it gives us a lot less upfront. It's worth like an extra 13.5 million. Performance reliance is low. I'm really not expecting us to be able to achieve much of anything this season, so I think we'll have to go with the Bayos. Alright, we can choose up to 5 optional sponsors to help fund your team. So let's have a look. Merum coin cryptocurrency is going to offer a fair bit in engagement. I think we'll go with them. Don't want to overdo it with the promises. I certainly want to try and avoid things that are going to have a negative effect. Hemrick Engineering offering to use our wind tunnel. That will offer an extra. So that's where we are at the moment. We're at 46.6 mil, I think. No, we're at 39 mil overall right now. That is worth an awful lot. What do these guys want? Race day, energy drinks, advert cameo, serpent fuel, mandatory activity none. Oh god, yes, we are taking that one, absolutely. Is there anything left that we can add in that's going to have no negative effect? Barum, mandatory activity none. Yeah, we'll add them in as well. So there we go, we've got 4 additional sponsors, one of which will have a knock-on to our wind tunnel, but apart from that, that's going to fund us for about 61.5 mil. I don't know if this is just all of it for the season, in which case we are very much under budget. We're going to have to be really careful with how we spend our money this year. I don't know if we'll actually generate any additional funding on top of that. I guess we'll find out as the season progresses. Yeah, these are our season sponsors. This is it for the season. So we're only getting 61.3 mil from our sponsors. I don't know what the board payments are going to do for us. We've got some team branding that we can apply. It's already been kind of slapped on the car. let's start with the livery. I haven't played about with decals yet, so let's see if we can figure out where these are. I've got my team badge I can move. Happy with that being just there. How do I change the placement of the sponsors that are already on the car, though? I don't know if I can. Because I'm surely I must be able to. There we go. So, where is our sponsor? They're not in alphabetical order. There we go. So I can go full color, or I can go silhouette. Okay. There we go. I am actually going to remove. How do I remove? I don't know if I can. So let's see if we can just switch around maybe. Serpent is what I'm thinking for there. Or maybe Miram coin. There's Serpent. Looking for Miram coin. Not seeing it. Where is Miram coin? Oh, there it is. Let's have that one there. Let's go silhouette. Go white. Let's reposition that a little bit. And let's shrink it down a little bit. Put that there. Okay, so Serpent is the next one. So that one I'm going to make. Okay, so I can't change the colour. I can't. Now that is annoying. Right, let's discard the changes. Let's just edit the size of the decals that we have. So there they are. Confirm. Full color, yes. Let's resize. Reposition. we go. So that's Aveos. Mirror coin is fine where it is. Serpent is fine where it is. We will change the front wing because I don't like the positioning of Mirror coin and Serpent there. I'm actually going to get rid of the Serpent off there, I think. Actually, no, let's... So, this is the first element. So, this one wants to be Mirror coin. I didn't realise it was going to be this. This intensive in terms of... Well, this time intensive. I've lost Mirror coin again. I can't find them. God damn it. No, they are. Right, so, right, this one actually wants to be Serpent. Where is Serpent? There's Serpent. Okay, full colour, yes. Let's bring them down. Let's resize it a little bit. Confirm. Okay, why is Mirror coin on there as well? Ah, there we go. It's at the bottom. So we're gonna... I wish I could remove a sponsor logo. I don't know how to do that. R1 and L1. And it doesn't... You can't take one off, it would appear. Which is a bit annoying. So this one's gonna be... oh, it's changed it again, look. A little bit. Confirm. I'll go back up here. Right, Serpent again. There it is. Confirm. Confirm. Oh. I can actually move them closer together as well. That's nice. Can rotate them independently. Ah, that's good. Because Mirror coin needs to rotate. There we go. All right, we are starting to get somewhere. I'll leave the other sponsors alone, I think, but they are the main ones that were kind of visible. I will continue to play about with that after this race, I think. Once the stream ends, but I will try and mess about with the sponsors a little bit more. But we at least have some visible branding on the car now from various different angles, which is good. So let's apply changes and exits. There we go. Driver suits, again, I'm going to leave them as they are for now, but I will have a play about with them and sort those out later. Let's get on to the action. So, sponsor plan. So we need to create a sponsor plan for the upcoming period. So my understanding is this is just a 6-week plan, and then we have to do this again. I don't know if this... Our sponsors will give your team more funding you meet the target. Oh, okay. So, chance to earn some extra cash. Good. What have we got that isn't going to really hurt us? Scout team size. Yeah, don't care about scouts. That's fine. scouting anybody. Weather center advert. Yeah, we'll just react to the weather changes as they happen. Probably do with a race day. Drive performance rating. Doesn't say what the performance is. Guided tours. This will hurt my staff rating for my head of aero. That will tire out the pit crew. Factory tour. I think we're going to need something quite meaty. We're going to need a race day appearance. Go Teo. And then I just need a little bit to get me over the line. We'll go with that. I mean, we don't have a sim at the moment, so development rate's already really low, so just losing a 10% is going to be nothing. There we go. You can see over that 6-week period, we've got 3 races coming up. 4 shares. Driver rating is going to suffer a little bit. Lawson's mentality and development rate are going to suffer a little bit. And our facility effectiveness and our scout team size are going to suffer a little bit over the next 6 weeks. But we will gain an extra 2.65 million, apparently. Or maybe not. We'll gain an extra 438k. I just want to plonk this in just to see what happens. No, it makes no change. So cancel. Let's get rid of the appearance there. Go. I'm assuming I'm doing this right, but I really don't know, to be honest. Alright, we've got 23 mil in the bank. Let's start spending some of that straight away. Our factory is piss poor. 7 million to upgrade that. We can definitely get some immediate gains by building those, but more importantly, we need to start improving our operations that way. We're building the tour centres. That's still not done yet. It's not. Let's upgrade the helipads. Let's improve our marketability by building a hospitality area. I'm down to 20 million. Car park test centre is 4.5. I'm going to build that. I'm not going to build that because that is 6 million. Not yet. What I am going to do is start to pump some money into car development. So, how many days away are we from our next ATR? 9 days. I think I should have waited. How long are those upgrades going to take? Does it tell me? There. Let's have a look at our calendar. Helipad upgrades. No, I want to actually build something. Tour centre will be done there. Team hub there. Race sim there. Into March. Oh, it's not going to be until the middle of March until the car park test centre's done. So we're not going to wait another month. just to get a slight boost to our car park development, we are just going to go straight in and start building something now. So we have pretty much appalling parts all over the car. So we really do need to try and find as much as we can, as carefully as we can. I'm going to go with one intense build. Our car's going to be so slow for the opening Grand Prix. It really is. It's going to be an utter dog. But I'm hopeful that if we just focus on long-term investment in improvements rather than short-term, pumping out as many quick upgrades as possible that don't really generate a lot of performance and, if anything, maybe hurt the car slightly, then I would much rather, we go down the very slow development rate but intense to gain a lot of knowledge so that when we have money for another round of upgrades, we can actually get some significant gains later in the season. That's kind of my plan. I am going to do a lightweight chassis. That will help strip a fair old chunk of weight off the car. Let's go with that. Go intense. That leaves me with $7 million left. And let's do a suspension as well. So we want to improve brake cooling a bit if we can. Airflow at the front, we want to take a little bit of life out of that. And then we want to try and improve drag. There we go. Again, not a massive upgrade, but again, we're planning for the future by going just one engineer on intense, making sure that we gain a lot of knowledge from this first round of upgrades for when we go for the second round of upgrades, which we'll be putting hours into, and maybe a couple more engineers as well, but looking to really take a big step forward with the second wave of upgrades. So that's it. We're also going to be wary of the fact that I can only build 2 parts at a time at the moment with our really, really crappy factory. So there's no point going gung-ho and just knocking out every single part because we won't be able to build them. I think that is everything we need to get done. It's advanced time again. Evelyn Thomas, her rating has gone up. She's one of our affiliates. Good for her. Yeah, our car is terrible. Utterly terrible. Our tour centre is done. That will start bringing in a little bit of extra cash every week. We are immediately going to start an upgrade on that. Go. So you can see we're now earning 50k a week from our tour centre, and the upgrade will push that up to 75 grand. It's not much, but it all adds up, especially when we don't have any money to start with. We've got 4 million on the nose left in the bank. We're not touching that for a while. This is our strategy prep email. So these are a little bit more detailed now, I think, or at least the some of the breakdown emails that we get are a little bit more detailed with the spiel at the top of them. Definitely worth reading them to start with. You can see here, historically, safety car chance 75%, average pit lane time loss 22 seconds, 1600 safety car. So we can save about 6 seconds if a safety car comes out. Let's go to our race targets. I am not expecting great things here tonight. I think we're likely to get laps. I think we're likely to be trailing the field by quite a way. So we're just going to go 21st, and we'll go with the same for Liam, and then we basically just need to hope that at the very least someone retires, and then we're guaranteed that both drivers will finish 21st and or higher. It's not worth a lot of money, but it's worth some money, and I just don't think that we can get. Actually, you know what? Let's. Yeah, Porsche is going to be quicker because of his pace stats. We'll see if we can get Porsche in 20th. Again, we're keeping our fingers crossed. We're praying for a retirement because I don't think we're going to have the pace to do anything else other than just run back. So 20th and 21st, there we go, confirm, and here we go with the new season.
F1 is back, ladies and gentlemen, and the grid is set to grow. A new season is upon us as Formula One returns to the Middle East, ready to kick things off here in Bahrain. But change is afoot. The paddock has grown, the grid extended. Yes, that's right, 11 teams, 22 drivers, and the hottest competition motorsport has to offer. And keep an eye out for a new face this weekend as we prepare to see a debutant take to the track. So stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. The weekend starts here.
So here we are then, Bahrain, first race of the season. No surprise, weather is absolutely fine. Where it is around here. We could, if we wanted to, put in just our affiliates in this first session. I have no real interest in the two affiliates that I have right now. So, and also I don't want to take my drivers out of the car this early in the season. I want them to feel comfortable in their position, make them feel as though their job is safe. I don't want them to have to worry that if we start running affiliates, they're immediately thinking, oh shit, we're about to get replaced. So yeah, we will hang off on affiliates for quite some time. I think it's an expense that we just can't really justify at the moment. We're going to go with 17 laps. We're going to do our usual thing of protecting the car, saving the mediums and the softs for later sessions so that we can have really long uninterrupted runs. We want to learn this car as quickly as we can. We also want to get these setups nailed as well. I'm going to go with, let's see, 5, 11, 5, 5, 5, 3, 5, 0.6. Let's try that. And for Lawson, go with a 4, 11, 7, 3, 3.25, 0.25. We'll try that. And make sure everything's set. And there we go. Let's go to the track. Hey, R01, how you doing? Long time no see. There we are, our brand new team in full silk cut livery.
Radio check.
Okay, copy.
Radio check. Copy.
So, doesn't look like we have any audio for Pedro Matos, unfortunately. Or at least not there anyway. We do have a little bit of audio for Pau Rivera.
Copy.
again, we're going to be looking to get better. We're just going to keep hearing copy, because we have got a little bit of audio for Lawson and a little bit of audio for Porsche. Going forward, we are going to be looking to upgrade our drivers and our staffing. We're not going to be locked to the lowest level of staff, but yeah, I'm just enjoying seeing our brand new team on the track for a lap or two before we start speeding things up. See what the livery looks like, see if it does need to be tweaked a little bit. But I think that is probably going to be our Season 1 livery there. Let's go to the new Helicam. Our car should be nice and easy to stand out, given that the only other team that really runs white barely runs any white at all now, which is Haas. They tend to run more black than anything else. So we should be very easily identifiable in traffic. And with a little bit of tweaking and refinement, hopefully I can make sure that the car looks nice and doesn't look garish. I've seen so many really, really garish looking colour schemes. It's just like, oh God, that thing's looked hideous. Why? Why would you do that? Right, let's speed time up. Alpha Rod says I've been on this all day. Yeah, I was on this yesterday all day. Once I finished my 7+ hour live stream, I then started building the team and building the liveries, and I spent probably an hour just building the Goodwood Racing badge. And then after that I raced with Ferrari and I went through a full race weekend and got up to the beginning of practice for Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I played this game a lot last night, an awful lot yesterday. And then I was back on it again this morning to do some more tweaking. How are you getting on in your race, Trucker? Last I saw you were 12th, trying to get 11th. Any improvement? So it looks like Alpine are running Kushmaini in this session. Pato Ward is in for McLaren. Hajar's in for Red Bull. Vesti's in for Mercedes in place of Russell.
Give me a
First bit of feedback. Oh, wow, our drivers have caught each other up. Let's have a look. And our first bit of feedback, 91. Oh, really good. Really good start. Let's try and separate the drivers out a little bit. I'm not sure if Lawson is just quicker in general, or if it's just because he got close and managed to get a slipstream. So we'll space them out again and then see if Porsche catches up to Lawson. 81% for Lawson, a little bit less impressive on our first start there. You got 11th on the last lap. Albon had engine problems. Nice. What have you called your team? I think you might have mentioned it in the previous stream before it crashed, but I didn't see it. How you doing, Adrian? Jack is crashing. Well, I'm guessing you're talking about Jack Doohan. think I remember you mentioning him last night.
Yeah, we can go.
Copy, copy.
Seeing some sponsor logos on the car definitely does make a difference to running a car with no sponsors at all. Do need to work on sponsors. As I say, I will work on that in my own time after tonight's stream. Try and get the car looking a little bit nicer for tomorrow's race. Same with the suits as well. But for now, just having some sponsorship on the car definitely does make a nice little improvement over running it completely bland and blank. What's the team name? My team name is Goodwood Racing. Based around the Goodwood Festival of Speed. We are a team that runs heritage-inspired liveries. Our current livery and our main livery is based around the Silk Cut Jaguar. And we will also be running some historical F1 liveries as well, such as Mansell's FW14B Williams and the 91 Benetton that Schumacher ran. The 91 Jordan, 7-Up Jordan that Schumacher ran at Spa. The 94 Benetton that Schumacher drove is also planned to be unveiled at some point, as is the Senna McLaren as well. Yeah, let's try that. Let's have a look at Lawson's car. We need to do a little bit more work on this one. I'm going to knock that back to a 6.4, I think. Need to tweak the wings, tweak that a little bit. Go up to a 5.5 on the front wing, I think. Yeah, I'm going to try that. See how that shakes out. I wonder what colour Haas is going to have now for its. It's got almost like a dirty white, a grey colour now for its team. Now that we're running pure white, and again, Lawson is looking quicker than Porsche. I am surprised. I did not expect that. I expected Porsche to be quicker than Lawson. Although, having said that, now Porsche is now catching up to Lawson. Maybe they're more closely balanced than I thought they were. What are they doing per lap? Maybe there's just no consistency. Oh, got a yellow flag. Porsche has locked up. Let's see if we get a replay of that.
Now we can see what happened. Now we're watching the action closely here. Things were all right here.
At least he didn't hit his teammate.
And there's the lockup. They took a gamble, and it was just too late.
I did see more evidence of cars rejoining a lot quicker last night when I was running with Ferrari. I saw someone go off and try and rejoin as quickly as they possibly could, which was very encouraging to see. That was quite early on in the Grand Prix as well here at Bahrain with Ferrari. I forget which driver it was that made the mistake. It wasn't one of mine, but watching them, you know, getting as close to the track and then just gradually drifting their way back onto the track with, you know, minimal amounts of sitting there just waiting for everyone to go through. That was very encouraging to see. Just a little heads up for you as well. If my mic gets muted in the middle of a sentence, I am a little under the weather at the moment. Very, very sort of sneezy today. A bit of hay fever, I think. So, yeah, I may mute the mics to avoid blowing out anyone's eardrums if they're listening on headphones if they suddenly sneeze. Right. 91%. That's no improvement, I don't think. No improvement at all. And 88, we did get a small improvement there with Lawson. He was on, what, 81, 82. So we have made a little bit of progress with car 2. Let's keep them out that extra lap. Biggest thing at the moment, I'm still pressing R2 every time to tab through these screens, and they changed it to square this year. I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. Wasn't really something that they needed to do. Maybe. No, I don't understand why they did it. It was an unnecessary change. And it keeps confusing the hell out of me when I'm sitting there pressing R2 and nothing's happening. Okay, so we have got a clearer picture now with that. So that does need to be about there, which means that needs to come back. I need to find the right position for the front wing. Let's go to a 5. And that could be it. That could actually be it. So we'll try that. We want to go nice and long in this session, so I'm going to go with 38 laps of fuel. I'm going to go with the medium tyres because, you know, we still might need to make some tweaks to the car. But if we don't, we'll run long. And then we just want to run the entire session on the hards in the final session, ideally, with 100% setups already achieved. Let's have a look. So, again, that is very clearly wrong. That has to be about there. This needs to change. Pull the front wing down to a 5. Let's go with a 3.25 there. Let's push that all the way up to there. Let's see if that is enough of a change. This is very similar, actually, to the setup that we're running on Teo's car. Very similar indeed.
Green.
A little bit more spacing between the two this time around.
Copy.
Copy.
And off we go. Yeah, they are pretty evenly matched, and it does look as though Lawson at the moment just fractionally quicker every lap. Like around the 10th. Porsche getting some traffic there. It's about to hit Lawson. Watching their lap times on the leaderboard. Yeah, Lawson is just consistently that little bit quicker than Teo. I must admit, I did not see that coming. Lawson very much stuck in traffic right now. Close to getting our feedback for these changes. There we go. Nailed the setup. Beautiful. Beautiful. Can we do the same with Lawson here? No, we can't. So we are not really close either. So I'm going to call him in. We are all the way at the end of the pit lane. So that is a 5-5. We'll go with that change. That should hopefully be it. Let's strip a load of fuel out. Let's go down to 19 laps of fuel. See, our car park knowledge is slowly ticking up. We're up to 43% now. So about halfway learnt with this car now. Obviously, when we do get new parts on, that's going to drop it back down again. But we're going to try and drip feed some of those parts on until we can get an improved factory. That's got to be our next big upgrade, I think, is being able to actually work on 3 parts at once, because we're going to hit a point where we're going to need to build spare parts of existing parts as well as new stuff as well, and that's immediately going to become a big bottleneck for us if we don't get on that.
Copy that.
Right, so have they got similar fuel loads? Oh yeah, look at that, perfect. So tyre wear will be slightly different, but we should see similar pace still between the two drivers once Lawson's tyres are up to temp. It'll probably still be a little bit quicker. It might be even more slightly quicker now. Fuel load is the same, but tyres are definitely different. Porsche having a little bit of traffic to deal with. as well. Right, clean lap for Teo. Ish. 139.5, 138.5. Yeah, so the tyres definitely making a difference here. Actually, no, it's not showing me the fuel loads. It's just showing me the engine temps. Why is it not showing me how much fuel I've got on board? Yeah, Porsche is running more fuel. About 4.5 kilos more, by the look of it. Alright, can we nail this setup as well? So close, so close. That's a small tweak needed. That's probably the cornering stat that needs to tweak. I think everything else is fine. So there'll be a little change to the camber. And then a correction with the roll bar. No, sorry, with the toe. Everything else should be spot on now. Let's have a little look-see, shall we? Yep, there we go, cornering. So I do need to change the camber. Get out to a 3.3 and a 3.35. Let's try that. We want the hard tyres. We want to run for the full session. So again, 38 laps of fuel. There we go. Teo. And I'm not quite sure how I want to approach the race. I've got two different conflicting strategy thoughts in my head. One is that we're going to be really slow, so I may as well just write the Grand Prix off and just run like a one stop, or maybe even just like a careful 2-stop. The other thought that's going through my head is that I just go flat out, go with like a 3-stop. So just butcher a set of mediums really quickly and then just go 3 sets of softs after that. Or maybe butcher a set of softs at the start and then go 3 sets, a set of mediums and then 2 sets of softs to finish us off. I'm not sure how I want to approach this Grand Prix because we're going to be slow. We're going to be ridiculously slow and off the pace. So it's how do I respond to that? Lawson's track knowledge is about to hit 100. That will definitely help. Chat has not been loading in new comments, so I'm just reloading it now. Are they going to be able to update the cars to look like the real ones? I don't know. They did with the first game, they didn't with the second game. Who knows? I did see something actually on Twitter today that they've got a small hotfix that should be coming later this week for PC and then next week for Xbox and PlayStation to address a couple of issues. They are also currently testing and a revised steering wheel, because I made a big song and dance about it last night, that they finally went to updated wheels, and everyone has an individual wheel, and the wheel they put in Williams does not exist anymore, because this season Williams actually dropped that concept and went to an all-enclosed wheel like us, for example, where the display is actually built into the wheel. They are working on that right now, so that will be addressed in an upcoming patch. They'll be ditching the screen separated onto the chassis like that for Williams. Beyond that, I don't know. I honestly don't know. If I'm going to be bad, playing safe is better to conserve engine and parts. Yeah, that's my thinking with that option. But the other option is, I maybe get a little bit more out of the race if I push harder. I don't know. I'll have to look at the predictions for the time. We've gone backwards with Lawson. That's not good. Let's call him in. How you doing, Harvey? How many seasons do I think it will take me to catch Red Bull? I do not know. I think it depends on how soon we get a big regulation shake-up, because that will affect us a lot less than it affects everybody else. So if the regulation shake-ups happen kind of on par with how in the last one, we can expect maybe a big change in regulations, either at the end of the 2025 season, or if they go with the 3-season window like they did in the last game, then maybe the end of 2026 we'll see a big shake-up in regulations, resulting in 50 to 70% losses across the board, which will obviously affect us less because we'll have a lot less performance to lose. So that will bring us back into contention then if we've got, decent facilities by that point. Maybe we can actually make a real big step forward. But I think we're talking many seasons before we are challenging for the Constructors' Championship. Hopefully wins a little bit sooner than that, but still multiple seasons, I think. I don't think we're going to be really knocking on the door of the points until late this season, if we're lucky. I think points is more likely something we can aim for next year. I didn't actually look at what my season objectives were. We'll do that after Bahrain. We'll check them with the board, see what my season objectives are. But I would imagine we're going to have a long-term objective of scoring points in races. And 2 or 3 seasons to achieve that. Maybe 9th overall as our target position for the end of the year. Best race is 11th in your first season. What did you go with in terms of your lineup compared to mine? Did you go with like really, really low staff? Did you go with decent facilities, better drivers? I know you went with Jack Dewar. I forget who your other driver was. Feedback before the end of the session. 99%. Okay, so one click a toe will fix that. Gasly. Oh, well, there you are then. Yeah. Got a very, very solid driver there. Our starting confidence levels will be just under high confidence, right at the edge of medium. That's not too bad.
We're moving on now to the all-important qualifying session.
Bahrain's track is dusty and abrasive, and even under the floodlights, qualifying is tough on soft tyres. Teams will need to use their tyre allocations wisely.
If we turn our attention to Pierre Gasly for a minute, Karun, how's he going to be feeling as qualifying approaches?
The main thing on my mind was their speed in practice. They just weren't that fast. But was that down to the driver, the car, the team experimenting? We don't know, and we'll just have to see how they fare in qualifying.
Hold on tight, because we're getting underway.
Let's make that little correction. So that's going to go there. And that is now a 100% setup. Excellent stuff. So that is both teams, or both cars in the team, having a 100% setup. That's really nice. I'll do my first runs on mediums. And I'm going to go with 2 flying laps. Not going to go slipstreaming or anything like that, because our dirty air performance is so bad that it probably actually will hurt us. So let's just see how we do with our drivers having a little bit of clear air. Send out Porsche first. And now we'll send out Lawson.
Goodwood, you need to warm up.
Copy.
Valtteri's making his way out as well. He's very quickly going to go quicker than us. Question is, by how much? Track position is good at the moment. Is anyone going to pop out in front of us? I hope not. And again, we're going with mediums on this first run just to build some confidence into the drivers. We're going to have to make multiple runs on the softs just to have any chance of getting off the bottom. And I don't plan on using multiple sets of mediums in the Grand Prix, so it makes sense to use them here for our first run.
Clear ahead. And push.
All right, we've got a little bit of traffic. Slight lift there through turn 2. Not ideal. Oh, they have made, I've just noticed, they've made the timing pop-ups a little bit more opaque. Sorry, a little bit more transparent than they were. They were very, they were basically solid last time. So we can actually see through them a little bit. You can see the map. You can see the track detail on the opposite side. And that is a big difference. 7/10 in the first sector. So, yeah, Porsche definitely lost a little bit of time there by the look of it. More than I thought he would behind the McLaren. 42.1 in the middle. Lawson's coming up to the middle split. Oh, it's a spin. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I went for 2 flying laps. It's taking his time getting going again, but he is going again.
Copy.
Nothing at this point. And the rear just lets go. In the end, just a helpless passenger.
That's going to ruin that lap and potentially the tyres as well. Have a look. Oh yeah, big damage to the tyres there. Right, let's get Lawson to go through. That's going to hurt Porsche's confidence as well, I think. Yeah, he's lost a fair bit of confidence, as you can see. We have got different helmet designs, as you can see. I'm so pleased about that. So pleased about that. Even in hyper? Hey, Dino, do not start, misquoting the Pet Shop Boys at me. That's a sin. Looking a little busy on track at the moment. And looks like we might get a little bit of at least an initial starting slipstream here for Lawson behind one of the Red Bulls. Not sure which one. That's Max. And Porsche is tucked up right behind. Is that Sonoda or Ricardo? It's Sonoda. Oh, god damn it. Traffic in the first... Oh, both laps are ruined. Oh, man. Yeah, I grew up listening to the Pet Shop Boys, amongst other bands. They were very much my era of music. So our first qualifying run's pretty bad. Lawson nearly 3/10 slower than Gasly there. Sonoda having a bad lap because he was held up. Porsche's first lap was a disaster because he spun, and then both of them, ruined at the start of their second lap. So we're going to switch to soft tyres now. Try and find a little bit of clear air. And see what we can do on a single lap run on softs. We are the only ones who've gone out on the mediums though. Everyone else has done a lap on softs, so maybe there's a little bit of hope for us. At least on 1 lap pace anyway. First spinale of the series. Yep, it didn't take long, did it? Oh, I didn't change the fuel loads. I've got an Alpine popping out behind me.
So work on those tires.
Copy.
So I said Lawson would finish behind Porsche. I'm starting to think that maybe I've got those the wrong way around, but given that we're probably just going to be racing ourselves, we'll make sure that, you know, Lawson finishes behind Porsche. For the sponsors, for the, you know, paltry extra bit of cash it's going to bring in. And then, like I say, we just got to hope that there's a retirement so that we can guarantee that we finish 20th and 21st as, you know, our lowest places. Ooh, excuse me.
Pressures on temps looking okay.
All right, we're not going to get held up by that Haas. That's good. Oh, say, let's see. Porsche is 11.5 seconds behind. Oh, am I going to get held up in turn one again? God damn it. McLaren again in turn one. It's ridiculous. All right, we've got an improvement from Lawson. He's done a 27.4, a 28.2 for Porsche. It's a slight improvement, but not by much. Again, he's lost a lot of time there in the first sector. A very nice livery. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. It's based on the classic silk cut Jaguar livery from like Le Mans racing back in the late 80s, and early 90s. I was a huge fan of that livery. Just looked awesome. So that's what we based our concept on. But as Goodwood Racing, you know, based on the Goodwood Festival of Speed, we will be running sort of classic retro-inspired liveries as a one-off here and there as well. So we'll be running the FW14B livery for the Williams. We'll be running the 89 McLaren. We'll be running the 94 Benetton. I created the 91 Jordan, the 7-Up Jordan. We'll be running those at various different points. You know, not all in the same season, but we'll be running those as one-off liveries here and there as well. So let's see. Definite improvement for Porsche. Where is he? 3.4 seconds off. Lawson 2.5 seconds off. Actually getting through at the moment. Although I don't think he'll stay there. We've got time for one more run. Tyres are in pretty decent shape. Probably use the same ones again for the next run.
Copy.
And we do the decent thing and get out of the way of the McLaren. Shame that the favour can't be, reciprocated. That's twice we've been held up now in turn one by a McLaren coming out of the pits right in front of us.
P3.
Stop on the mark.
And both times affecting Porsche as well. So we've got a Ferrari heading out, Sainz going out for an out lap, as is one of the Mercedes, I think. Yep, that's Lewis. Behind Zhou, who we are kind of fighting for position with here.
Work on those brakes.
Copy.
You can see the difference in the helmets. Not sure how I feel about the gyro stabilizing on the car rather than the track now. And I wasn't trying to get a slipstream. I was trying to get clear air, but we'll see. Maybe the slipstream will pull us out of the session. Maybe Max, maybe we can hang on to him a little bit. Like I say, I think the dirty air will probably do us more harm than good at this stage. We've got a better chance of hanging with Zhou, that's for sure, in terms of pace.
Bridges are looking okay.
But again, with the dirty air, who knows? We're going to stick here with Porsche, just make sure he gets through turn one without being held up. A wild McLaren suddenly appears. Ah! It's a miracle we made it through. Made it through turn one, turn two with no delays. We have got some traffic coming up here for Lawson. Just outside the drop zone at the moment. We are improving. And they say 27.4. Yeah, we were losing 0.8 of a second in that first sector, both times with the McLaren getting in our way. And we've absolutely failed to hang on to Max, but there's no surprise there. Are we going to get held up here? Yellow flag, don't be a Porsche spin. It's not. It was. Oh, god damn it. Porsche did have a spin. I know, it's Ocon. Oh, yeah, big spin.
Copy.
Lawson is in 16th. Oh my word, we've got him through, have we? Have we got him through? Where is Porsche? 20th. Who's still on the lap? Bottas is still on the lap. He's going to knock us out, isn't he? Valtteri's going to knock us out. Tsunoda is almost certainly going to knock us out, I would imagine. Yeah, Bottas goes up to 15th. We are out, unfortunately. And now is Yuki going to push us even further down? At least we're not bottom of the standings. That's going to go to Zhou. Tsunoda jumps all the way up to 9th. Big improvement there. So, yeah, not bad. Let's have a look. We did hit peak confidence. Not with Porsche, not surprising because of his poor first runs. I still think we're likely to end up, just chasing our tails at the back of the grid. I think Zhou's going to have better race pace than us. But who knows? We are out of quali, 18th and 21st. And it is a Ferrari 1-2 at the front. Sainz out-qualifying Charles Leclerc. Max and Lando on row 2. Then it's Perez and Piastri row 3. Hamilton, Alonso, Stroll and Russell. So all 10 spots occupied by the top 5 teams. No surprise there. Tsunoda 11th ahead of Ricciardo, Albon, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Magnussen. Gasly, Lawson, Sargent, Ocon, Porsche and Zhou.
Here in Sakhir, the floodlights are on, and it's nearly time for 57 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit.
Bahrain has seen some of the most dramatic races in F1, like Sergio Perez's incredible 2020 victory, surging ahead from being last on the opening lap.
Bahrain is known for high tyre degradation, as the asphalt here is so abrasive. The drivers are facing many low to medium speed corners, and any heavy braking will inevitably take its toll on the tyres. Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel.
I really don't understand why they moulded a cap onto Lawson and Porsche. They didn't just give them haircuts like everybody else. Ah, dear. Right, let's have a look at the strategies. So it's giving us 4 options. That one is almost identical to that one. It seems a bit odd. So, we can go with something like this, which is probably what I will do. But let's take a look at an alternative. Let's look at a one-stop. So if we were to go mediums to hards, how slow is this going to be? Oh, yeah, significantly slower. 40 seconds slow. Okay, let's get rid of that. All right, let's look at going with a 3-stop. They've got plenty of tyres to play about with. We look at a really early stop, get an undercut. Something like that. is actually 1 second slower than that. Oh my word. Okay, let's turn that down. It's still a second slower. Yeah, the 3-stop makes no sense. We'll just go with this. We'll see if we can tweak this a little bit. Bring them in a little bit earlier. And we'll just see if we can hang on as best we can. If we get safety cars, we've got plenty of options. You know, we've got hard tyres that we can throw on. We've got soft tyres, another set of soft tyres, so we can, you know, maybe pivot to a 3-stop. I'm going to underfuel because I'm pretty sure we're going to get lapped. So there's no point pushing, you know, putting in extra fuel, pushing hard with the fuel and just pushing up our engine temps. We're not going to push off the line because it's going to be very congested on the first lap. But we'll probably push early-ish, about maybe halfway around the first lap. We'll start to up our pace a little bit. And let's see how we do. How you doing, Tyler?
You're witnessing a new chapter in Formula One as 11 teams line up on the grid. Amidst the noise and fanfare of the occasion, a crucial moment now to concentrate.
It's going to be difficult for them. P18, that's going to be tough to make an impression on the race from there.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? This is it. 22 cars on the grid. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Alright, so we've dropped a place with Lawson and Porsche looking to go through. Just a lot of jiggling about on the leaderboard there as cars are side by side trying to find a position. Porsche has got in front of Lawson temporarily. Ride the helicam for the first part of the lap.
Just focus on yourself now.
We're running battle assist. Let's turn that off. And now we're going to start to push the battery. Let's not forget, DRS kicks it. Oh, with a yellow flag already. That's a car in front. There we go. That was an Aston. That was
And
Alonso.
here we've got a yellow flag.
I completely lost the rear.
And clearly they're not what everyone in the garage would have wanted to see.
You're ready, Nico.
You can see Alonso is back up and running, and he's not that far off. So he's got going pretty quickly again. see if we have the pace to stay with the pack. We give them a little bit more tyre, just to help facilitate that. Do not want to lose the DRS early on. The longer we can stay with the train. Another yellow flag. Oh, Pourchaire's locked up. Now you see him getting back going again pretty quickly.
Now this happens down at turn 8. Very heavy on the brakes.
He didn't hit his
What
teammate.
caused that, I wonder?
Damaged his tyres though. And damaged his confidence as well. Awesome though, looking alright at the moment. Actually managed to gap Joe and Ocon, albeit temporarily. Pourchaire now is probably doomed to finish at the back of the grid with that low confidence. And I've been dropped. Sergeant's dropped me. That did not take long at all. Can I get back in? And then John, what difficulty setting did I choose? The hardest possible settings. $2 million starting budget, 1-star facilities, 2 of which weren't even built. You know, no car park test centre, no suspension simulator. Pretty much nothing in terms of other facilities. 1-star backroom staff. Pourchaire is already dropping off the back, so I'm going to save his tyres. I might put him on the mediums for the next stint, just to get those out of the way. Back in the train, let's save those, let's go into top up.
Copy.
All of our hopes currently resting with Liam Lawson. Yeah, we went with the hardest possible start, so you'll be able to see all that at the beginning of the video if you want to watch it back later. Oh my god, I just got absolutely blitzed in that exit from turn 13 again. Right, can I stay with Joe? See, Alonso has caught back up. Pourchaire having a horrible time at the moment. We have no pace in this car. So around Spa this season is going to be great. No, I think we'll be lucky to get points at any stage of this season, really. Given how bad the car is, it's terrible. It really is, and our staff are not good. So it's going to be a struggle just to get any real big improvement. And we've got no real money, so we can't sink a fortune into car development. And then we're going to get dropped by Joe, I can feel it. While we have new driver engineer pairings as well, they're going to be very susceptible to large swings in confidence. So managed to get back in the DRS out of that turn there. Now maybe I should just leave him in battle assist while he's in traffic.
Copy.
Yeah, it's going to take us a long time to build this team up, unfortunately. Well, I say unfortunately. Fortunately, in some respects, you know, makes it a proper challenge. I say I got dropped right before the DRS detection point. So expect Ocon to come steaming through. And then Alonso on the next lap. Oh my god, 142.3. Oof. How you doing, Army? And we're going to see the switch to the rear cam. Yes, we are. There we go. I do love that little addition with a bit of driver radio instead of annoying crofty commentary. I'm doing all right, Army. I'm doing all right. The team, on the other hand, not so much.
Yeah, okay, copy.
Hear the humming of the helicopter rotor blades in the background there. Noticed it last night. It's a nice little touch that I hadn't really expected. I don't know how well the audio will relay that if you're not wearing headphones, but it is there. It is a nice little humming noise, and it just adds another element of realism to this view. I think we got dropped right before the detection point again.
Yeah, copy that.
We did. So here comes Alonso. Just lunges through. So we are where I thought we would be, 21st and 22nd. But unfortunately, we are also not together on the track. There's a big gap between our drivers. So let's move to the front. Let's have a look at Sainz going after Verstappen. Leclerc now 5 seconds back. What is everyone doing tyre-wise? Let's have a look. Almost everybody on softs. The Red Bull's getting the mediums out of the way. Hamilton getting the mediums out of the way as is Albon, Sargent and Ocon. We do have some tyre to spare. But not if we want to make the strategy work. I'm praying for safety cars. I'm praying for retirements from other cars. I'm hoping that there's going to be, some crashing of competitors going on. Got a little three-way fight here between Norris, Leclerc and Perez, who's now up to third and has already dropped Leclerc. So Perez is storming his way through the field. Where did he start? He started in 5th, so he's up those 2 places. Surely Lando's going to have a look at Leclerc now, who's now 2 seconds off the back of Perez. One thing I have kind of already noticed from the little bit of racing I've done already is that when you push, you can go insanely fast compared to a standard lap time. Norris is through. We're not too far away from the pack. I'm actually going to give Lawson a little bit of a push. Lock up for
We
Yuki.
can take a look now. Right, let's have a look as we go into
See how
turn
quickly he
4.
rejoins. There's quite a few cars behind.
And there goes the steering. But that's just the risk you take.
Ah,
The
but
later
not
you leave
full
it.
lockup. He stayed on the track. That's way ahead of us. That's 9th place. We are closing in a little bit on Alonso. Can we close it before we run out of battery? That is the question. Pourchaire's lap times are still not great, but his confidence should be rebounding a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Now just -3s across the board. That's Lawson's confidence. Worse. -4s. This is going to be the biggest killer for us in the first half of the season, while our relationships between our drivers and engineers is really low, is just how much confidence we lose and how long it takes to get that back. It's going to have big knock-on effects on our potential pace. There we go, we're out of battery. Didn't take long.
Yeah, copy.
And there is Pourchaire crossing the line. I want 43.5. Oh, word. That is terrible. Yeah, this is not a good car. It's going to take quite some time to get it to a point where we can at least have a chance of getting out of Q1 on a regular basis. And then when we did a comparison of our car against the average, we were down a lot. When we did a comparison of our car against a Red Bull, it was scary how much further ahead they were than us. Yeah, we're in the 30% in most categories. They're in the 60% on most categories. They are so far ahead of us. It's unreal. Need to do something with Porsche. Let's give him a little bit of extra pace. Let's look at changing his
Try to pick
strategy.
up a bit more pace.
Let's bring him in early. I am going to look to convert him to a 3-stop, I think. Can't be any slower. Do like that we can now change the strategy much more flexibly than we used to be able to. Trying to find a good balance. Let's go with that. It's going to throw him off completely compared to everyone else, but it gives us a chance to get him back into better confidence, quicker, because we'll be running faster lap times, faster splits. So we should get little boosts to confidence for personal bests, I hope. Lawson's engine temp is not ideal. A little bit of dirty air from the cars in front, but he is close, getting back on terms with Zhou. Going to attack. See if I can get into the DRS, get past him, and then just sit in front of him for a bit. Pull the engine down and get that confidence for getting the overtake. Try and get rid of some of these minus modifiers. I need to stay close so we can make the move into turn 1.
Okay, mate, copy. Copy. Copy.
Hulkenberg is boxed already after just 11 laps. And then Joe's going in as well, which means I'm not going to get the confidence boost for the overtake. Oh, that's so cheeky. Very early stops there. I think we're looking at maybe 3 stops for Hulkenberg and Joe there. We get out just behind Hulkenberg with Porsche. That's a measure of how far behind he was. See if chat is still playing up. Am I missing messages again? Doesn't appear to be at the moment. That's good. Yeah, the consistency and stability of YouTube chat is appalling. It really is. I miss so many comments on these live streams that just don't load in until I close the chat and reopen it. I've got in the habit of just doing it now on a regular basis throughout each stream just to see if stuff hasn't come through. Alright, Gasly and Ocon both coming in at the same time. We're going for a double stack here. Well, they pulled it off.
Box.
Copy, box.
Right, how long away is Lawson from his stop? A little way off. Come out behind Gasly. And this camera's refinements make this a much nicer experience this year. Better visibility, much smoother motion movement of the view. There's no sudden jerky head movements into into corners. The camera doesn't suddenly twitch like it used to in the previous version as well, where it just suddenly straightens up for no apparent reason. It is a much more pleasant experience riding on board with this camera now. I'm actually going to go one more lap, I think. Still got plenty of tyre left, enough for one more flying lap. Get some battery in the car.
Box.
We've got Valtteri into the pits. Yuki as well. Oh, problem for Yuki. Yeah, there's no wheel there. That's the problem.
There's been an issue in the pits.
Lawson now getting close to his pit window. Engine temp still a little high. Running in clean air, why is it still so much higher? There we go, it's down to 114, so it's slowly coming down. That's good. Porsche is about to get absolutely hammered by overtakes. Let's try and hold up the competition if we can, but we're giving up a lot of grip. Yeah. And this is what I was talking about with the confidence issues that we're going to be suffering with a lot in this first season. It's just going to be a compounding issue. You're going to be running very, very low confidence on a pretty much consistent basis in every Grand Prix for the first half of the season, I think. First pit stop. Oh my God, Lawson overtakes someone. He actually overtook someone.
Let's
Got to see a replay of this.
There. Now we're watching the action closely here. The opportunity begging to be taken. And the overtake is made.
2.6, that's a pretty damn good stop for our first ever pit stop. Given we've got a really, really bad sporting director. 2.6 is pretty good. Doesn't tell us where we were on the timing page, unfortunately. And there we go, Hulkenberg back through. Saw that coming a mile off.
You though, I'm going fast, mate.
Yeah, copy.
Oh boy, Max is coming up to lap us already. Jesus Christ, that's how far behind we are. Although Max hasn't stopped yet, but even so, that's pretty damn shocking. Let's pump in a couple of quick sectors now with Porsche. Sonoda gets through. Did we get the DRS? Yes, we did, I think. Which is why I went into the harvest mode to get the DRS on the main straight. Running wide on the exit of the corner, though.
Nice one.
And we didn't get it, apparently. Or if we did, I didn't catch it in time. We got it here, though.
Yeah, copy.
Not that it really makes much difference because we're already over a second and a half behind. I'm going to box up the end of the next lap for Lawson.
Copy. Okay, copy.
And there goes Valtteri. Gasly following through. Yes, he will. Oh, he'll try. He backed out of it. Stroll into the pits. Left his tyres behind for Alonso. A couple of really good stops there for Aston. Gasly is through now, no surprise at all. There goes Ocon as well. And Lawson's confidence is non-existent right now. Yeah, this is where we're going to be for so long. It's painful. And it's to be expected, unfortunately. This Porsche has managed to get a little bit of extra confidence back. Still terrible.
Is that all the pace you have? Is that all?
A lot of cars coming up close. This is why we're diving into the pits to get out of the way of them.
Copy box.
Not that it really makes a huge amount of difference with our confidence at this point. We could have just stayed out, but I mean, we may as well just box. Still in danger of being lapped. We might see Max at the very end of the straight. There he is. That's Max Verstappen going up to lap us after 17 laps, although he is going to be stopping any moment, so that gives us a little bit more breathing room. Not a lot. We've got Alex Albon in the pits in front of us. He's coming out. He's gone on to mediums, I think. It's Lawson's first stop. I've got a magic touch, I'll be fine. I have no doubt that we will improve our fortunes, but it's going to take some time. 2.5. That's an even better stop. Not bad. And there is Teo. We are 18.5 seconds off the back of Kevin Magnussen. Max is in. And out already. There goes Norris. Looks like a clean stop for him. Oh god, it looks so much quicker in this view compared to our car. Hamilton under pressure and about to be passed. Big disparity in tyres, and there goes Max as well. Both Red Bulls going to jump through in the space of one straight. Let's ease off the tyre burn for a little bit.
Copy.
Got a big tyre delta over Zhou. Also got a big gap as well. Go for a fast lap with Lawson in a moment. I might as well push now. It's not like we could be challenging for the fastest lap anytime soon. Engine temps are under control now, down to 112. That's good. Fuel is slowly recovering. We're still going to get lapped, so I mean, it doesn't really matter. But there's Porsche in the background. A slight confidence boost for a new personal best. It's a long way to go to get back to our baseline starting confidence. Nearly halfway there with Porsche. Leclerc is into the pits. Let's see what Ferrari look like on the stops. Pretty good. Max with a new flying lap. 135. Here comes Lewis. His first stop. Then medium, soft. I suppose that kind of figures if he will have used all of his softs in qualifying. There's been very little action in terms of collisions or lockups. I mean, a couple of little lockups. We had Alonso spin right at the beginning, but oof, nearly a collision to turn one there. Stroll fights off Lewis. But I've been praying for a retirement, and we are not getting my prayers answered at the moment. The F1 gods are abandoning us in our hour of need. We've got the gap to Zhou down a fair bit. We were, 19.5 seconds down. We're now 14 seconds down, 13.5. So we're taking a good 6 seconds out of Zhou. 2.7, nearly 2.8 on that last lap. So when he stops, he will come out behind Lawson. He will be stopping soon, as you can see. Maybe even this lap. Let's keep an eye on him. A new ERS costs 2.5 mil. Yep, that's how much it cost last time. It was 5 mil for an engine, 2.5 for an ERS, and 1 for a gearbox. I'm assuming those prices are the same. I did hear something about the number of new engines you can buy has been limited now. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if you can only buy a maximum number of spare engines, so you can't just basically just keep throwing money and just ignoring the cost cap. Is Joe boxing this lap, or is he going to go one more? Coming in. Decent stop. On par with ours by the look of it. Or even Porsche might get through here. He does. Which is not a good thing, actually, because let's see, did Joe go on to mediums?
Copy.
Yeah, he did. But he's going to be quicker than us. He's going to be pushing past Pourchaire very quickly, which means all that work we've been doing to build Pourchaire's confidence back up is going to immediately take a blow. Red Bulls are gaining on us again. And there we go. Joe straight away goes through. Confidence takes a big hit again. See if we can stay with him. Maybe trade places for a couple of laps.
Just do your best. Come on. Come on, mate.
He's got the gap up to almost a second already. I think we just kept the DRS there. At the very least, hopefully, we can close up to Lawson a little bit. And look how much time we're losing. And there is Verstappen, closer than he's ever been. Can we at least get to half distance before we get laps? That would be nice. Barely keeping on with Joe here. And that's all my spare battery gone. Ocon is in. He will easily clear us. A lot of clean stops as well. Haven't seen that many mistakes yet. Just saw Lawson going under the gantry. A long way off. Yeah, we cannot keep pace. We're going to get lapped any moment. Halfway point would be lap 28.5. We're not going to make it. New fastest lap for Charles Leclerc. Getting close to Lando Norris. Has a look at turn 1. Couldn't quite squeeze through. Line him up for an attempt into turn 4. Defensive shape from Norris there. And Leclerc just goes around the outside instead. Definitely got a tyre advantage. We might not even make lap 25 at this rate, Jesus. There we go, that's the blue flag. At least that doesn't hurt our confidence. Should be patched next. Yes, I mentioned that earlier. We are getting the new update for Williams to get rid of their separated steering wheel. They will be giving them the 2024 edition wheel in a patch that's coming soon. I don't know if that's going to be in next week's patch. I think next week's patch is a hotfix just to deal with a couple of issues. But they are currently testing the steering wheel, so we might get that in the hotfix next week. But I would imagine that might be a little bit further down the line. Now Perez is coming through. That's the DRS line there, so save a little bit of battery, considering we're going to get some DRS. Oh my god, here come the Ferraris and the McLarens. Gasly's in. He's going to jump out ahead of us as well. Another clean stop. Where's all the mistakes? Where are all the crashes? We need a retirement. We absolutely need a retirement. There we go. Back up to speed again. I doubt we'll even get the DRS off the back of the McLaren. It'd be nice if we did. I think we were too far back. Yeah, too far back. Lawson is 3 seconds behind Gasly. He's on brand new soft, so that gap's going to open up very quickly, very soon. Porsche is going to be boxing soon. Hulkenberg comes in now. Haas had a terrible pit crew last year. Let's see how they do in this year's game. Sargent coming in as well. Fine. Fine for Sargent as well. Where are the sticky wheel nuts? Where are the problems with the jacks? And Lawson now is about to get lapped by Max. There he is. And Joe is just 3 seconds further back. Lawson's confidence like now, so he's managed to gain a little bit of confidence back after completely flatlining earlier in the Grand Prix. Still not great. What's Porsche looking like now? Almost out of very low into low. At least it can't get any worse for a while, unless he makes another mistake. Joe's in DRS range. Can we hold him off? Yes, we can. Valtteri's in. Going to lose the DRS against Show, but we did manage to block him, and now he's going to get blue flagged. We're going to get blue flagged. He's going to get up to speed before we do, and he's got the DRS. This is not looking good for turn one. And I think he got the DRS for for the next zone as well. We'll go one more lap with Porsche.
Copy, box.
Yeah, Joe got the DRS on us again, I think. Stayed with him though.
Copy.
Really hope for the sanity of our staff we can turn this team around relatively quickly in terms of just, you know, baseline performance, get them semi-competitive, just so that it doesn't destroy our team's mentality. I know mentality is one of the things that's going to get tweaked in the hotfix. Not sure what the faults are that need to be fixed, but guessing they're a little overcritical at the moment. Norris closing in on us. So the Ferraris are definitely broken away from the McLarens at the moment. Then it's the two Mercedes a long way back, and then Stroll in 9th. Where's Alonso now? Alonso's up to 12th, so he's recovered quite nicely, considering he had that spin early on. Here he is, making a move on Yuki Tsunoda. He'll give up the DRS into turn 4. But he's got the clean exit, so we should comfortably hold him off. Goes defensive. Yuki's going to look around the outside. And Alonso shuts the door and says, "Nuh-uh." So almost back in the points. 10 seconds behind Ricciardo. Closing up. Game feels so much better and the racing seems to be better. Yeah, it is. It's definitely an improvement in the racing. The presentation just feels a little bit nicer. Feels slightly more immersive. .7, that's our slowest stop so far. Let's see who just went through. That was Alonso and Albon just went through, I think. Was it? No, it's Alonso and Tsunoda just went through. It was Stroll and Ricciardo went through. So just to try to see where we've been lapped. So we've been lapped by everybody up to and including Tsunoda right now. Up to and including Ricciardo. Tsunoda and Alonso are the next two on track behind us.
Try to get these tires up, okay?
We're into low confidence at last. The highest our confidence has been for a while. Lawson's still nowhere, unfortunately. speaking of Alonso, he's in. He's in early. Earlier than I was expecting. What tyres is he going on to here? Mediums. Might be able to take those to the end. Should be able to take those to the end, actually, thinking about it. So he's going for an undercut. It'll work in the short term, but long term, it could mean he'll lose out on pace. His confidence has got to be pretty high at the moment, given the number of cars he's overtaken to get back up to where he is on track. That'll help with his pace. Lawson getting close to his pit window. Four seconds behind Joe. About to get blue flagged for Oscar. Stroll is in. Looked like an okay stop. Here comes Yuki. Not all drivers do the same plans. Yeah, there's a lot more individuality in the strategy now as well, I have noticed.
Try to keep the tires cool.
Copy.
Here comes Perez. I feel the tyre life feels more real now. I haven't had enough racing to really get a good baseline yet. You know, I've raced on this track a couple of times. I've done a race at China. I've done a race at
Now down to the
Abu
pits.
Dhabi.
There's been a hold up.
Oh, we've got an issue in the pits. Bit of drama. Yep, sticky wheel. Ian Clark, how am I? I'm good, team isn't. Danny Rick exits the pits on a new set of softs, or is that mediums? I can't tell, it's mediums. It's a bit early for softs. You're going to have to go back and rewatch this. Yes, you are. You absolutely are. Everybody should rewatch this at least twice. We are closing in on our final stop for Liam. He's going to be going on to a set of mediums. It's not going to be quick. But we'll do what we can. As I'm still amazed there hasn't been any real contact between other teams. No crashes, no collisions, no minor damage. Welcome back, Daniel. Am I enjoying the game so far? Yes, I am.
Temperature's looking good for me.
One more lap. Science is in. That's the slow stop. Not sure what happened there, but not a good stop for Sainz.
Copy box. Copy. Copy.
Porsche is just pootling along at the moment.
Yeah, copy.
He's into medium confidence for the first time since very early in this race. Slowly working his way back up towards his peak confidence. Still got plenty of tyre. Let's start pushing this tyre.
Okay, we need to push a bit more.
Really push, actually.
Let's push.
Hope he doesn't screw this up with a spin or a lockup. Ocon's in and out quickly. Let's see what Magnussen can do. So, okay, stop. Do I think I'll fight for points this season? I don't know. Too early to say. On this form, absolutely not. But hopefully we can turn it around and close the gap to some of the teams a little bit quicker. .6 dead. That's another bad stop. Porsche pumps in a couple of personal bests and gets back on terms with Lawson, which is what I was hoping we could do.
Copy that. Copy that.
There's all he got switched on. Why didn't I get the DRS?
Copy, copy.
It's closing back up again. I've got a lot of upgrades to add to the car. I've got 4 parts in design right now. It's going to be a little while before they go on the car. So this is going to be our pace for the next 3 Grand Prix, I think. Might get one upgrade or so on the car for China. But I doubt we'll have anything sooner than that. Stroll and Russell hunting me down. Right, Lawson's tyres are now up to temperature.
Okay. Copy.
See if he can stay with his teammate here.
Any good pace?
Stay in the 1 second.
Copy.
Gonna get blue flagged very soon
Faster.
by Stroll. Is that Stroll? That might not be Stroll. I think it is. Yeah, Stroll and Russell. Just looking at the wrong gap.
Copy.
There goes Russell. Sonoda's up next. No, Ricardo up next. And Joe's into the pits, and we've got a chance of getting out just in front of Joe, but he's going to be on soft tyres. We still have another stop to go with Teo. If not getting out in front of him, at least getting out close to him. Further back than I thought we would be. But he's about to get pulled over and blue flagged, I hope. Yeah, he's been blue flagged. There we go, we're on him. So this is going to benefit Lawson, not so much Teo, who, as I say, he's still got another stop to go. God, here come the blue flags again. Stomach is growling. I haven't eaten yet. I'm starving. Another blue flag is coming. This time it's going to be Alonso.
Your man, come on, let's push.
Lost a lot of ground there, unfortunately. Have I got enough fuel to make it to the end? Yeah, it's about, I think, 1.7, 1.8 kilos of fuel for a lap around here. We're a lap down, comfortably. So, I mean, I'll turn the engines down again at some point soon. Just want to make the cars like while we have the opportunity. Just snuck the DRS off the back of Joe there. There we go. Pressure's on. Just need to stay with Joe while his tyres burn out. And then we'll actually have a chance of beating him at the end. Oh, yellow flag. Is this... It's one of the Astons. It's Stroll.
Potential damage.
Oh, it's Crash.
I got hit from behind.
No, you didn't. You lying bastard. There's a penalty for Danny Rick. Well deserved.
Copy.
Am I going to try and win a Constructors and World Drivers' Championship with Lawson and Porsche? I don't know if I'll stick with these two all the way through. We may well be looking to improve our driver roster at some point. We're certainly going to be looking to improve our staffing. I want to go to more established engineers, but I don't want to just take from existing teams in my first season. Which is why we've got Rivera and Pedro Matos. I also want them to build up a little bit before we then, release them into another team. Give them a chance of staying on the grid. We've got a pit stop for Hulkenberg. We are through on Joe. Let's see if we can actually break away from him.
Copy.
I think I just denied him the DRS. It's going to be very tight.
And there's been a slow pit stop. Now talk us through this one, Karun.
So Hulkenberg pulled in. Oh, that's where things went wrong.
Not a good stop there for Haas. May as well box Porsche this lap.
Box, 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 box.
Copy, box.
Hey, Lawson is comfortably into the medium confidence. That's the best his stats have looked for a very long time. Alright, stop for Teo. Have a quick one, please. Nice to pick up some points in the challenge here tonight, if at all possible. Shit. Oh my
Oh
god.
dear, oh dear, that's not a good stop.
What an utter disaster Porsche's race has been. Next driver coming up to lap us, I think, is going to be Valtteri Bottas. We've been lapped twice, I think. Or maybe not. Yeah, we've been lapped twice. Just got lapped twice. But now we have really good tyres. Lawson is just about holding on at the moment, keeping Joe at arm's length, but that's not going to stay like that for long, I don't think. Just have to bide our time.
Head down.
Copy.
Let's see just how quick Teo can go. Full attack on this lap. We've got a benchmark to work towards, 131.2. Let's see how close to that we can get. Fight for your life, please, Liam.
Copy.
Not much of a fight, unfortunately. He's gained so much in the second half of the straight. And then much more confidence in the braking zone.
See you later.
Oh, you cheeky bastard. I'm going to have you for that. And we got the DRS, I think. Yes, we did. See you fucking later. Right, it's been a good lap for Porsche. We have a new target to work towards. It's a 1:33.9. That's certainly our quickest lap of the Grand Prix, I think. But it's 2.7 seconds slower than the current fastest lap. We'll push on for another lap. Yeah, that turn there, the exit at turn 13, has been a killer for us tonight. We've lost so much ground every time in that corner, or the acceleration out of that corner.
Copy. Copy.
I think we got the DRS on Joe. We're not going to get back past him here, but we'll stay with him. Put a bit more battery in our car. I am determined to beat Joe. Get 20th place with Lawson. Ooh, yellow flag.
Just watch out for them.
George and Lewis coming together. That's going to be a penalty for Lewis, I think. And that's bad management from Mercedes. Should have given the team order. Tell George to get out of the way. Lewis is clearly on quicker tyres and with a lot more life in them as well. Russell picked up some damage. Now Hamilton gets through. Hamilton does get the penalty.
Yeah, copy.
So both cars are going to get penalised as a result of that. Russell with the time that he loses through damage. Hamilton with a 5-second penalty and maybe damage on his car as well. Perez is in. That's a late stop. There's 10 laps to go.
I couldn't do it.
When am I going to start saving fuel? Don't need to. I'm a lap down. Porsche's 2 laps down. I could push Porsche even harder in terms of burning off some of that fuel, but I don't really see the point in pushing the engine temps too high for no reason. And Alonso's in as well. We're going to see some other last-minute stops. Let's see what Alonso's tyres were at. Let's have a look. Car condition, Alonso. His tyres are at 49%. So by that logic, Ricciardo's probably going to box. And they'll serve his 5-second penalty. Those tyres are falling off. We are going to get ahead of Joe. Confidence isn't great. We're not gaining much for an overtake, and we're losing a lot more for being overtaken. So every time we're swapping places like this, and every time we're failing to overtake, it's just having a big impact, unfortunately. And there is Ricciardo coming in. So this is the first penalty pit stop that we get to see. And it still does that really slow animation once you've finished serving the penalty. I wonder if they would have fixed that, and apparently not. Maybe in the new patch. No, I don't think they will. I mean, they had all of the last game to fix it, and they didn't. I don't think that's something that's going to get their attention. It's not a big thing. It just, it looks a little silly. Eight laps to go.
Copy.
I did get back in, so we will stay in harvest. Here comes Alonso. There we go. Joe looking to stretch the lead a little bit by the look of it. I'm not going to fight him. I'm going to wait till Alonso goes through, then we're going to start pushing back again. There we go. We'll get a nice little bit of DRS off the back of Alonso.
Copy.
They'll squirt the battery. Lock
Now
up
we
for
should
Logan.
be able to take a look here. So here we go, heading into turn one. Well, you can see the lockup, and they ended up their own passenger.
Almost kept it on the track. What do I think of the game so far? It's definitely a nice step forward, but it's too early to make any real judgments. Haven't really spent any time at all in career mode in either create a team or this or with an existing team. I've done one race with Ferrari, and this is my first race here, so it's too early to pass judgment on how the career mode has improved, but everything I've seen so far is a nice step forward.
Same fuel.
Copy.
Yeah, Joe's tyres definitely starting to give up a little bit now. So we are definitely in contention for 20th. But that's it. I think we missed the DRS. We've got Max coming through. we missed it. So going to be 2 laps down with both cars now. Oh God, here comes a whole flurry of cars. Now we may as well go into harvest until these are through. You're going to set your team up tonight and then play most of the weekend. Yeah, it's not a bad plan. You'll end up eating into a huge amount of your gaming time at the weekend if you try and set your team up then, because you'll get lost in the various different options for your livery, colour scheme, overalls, helmets. The helmets are based on the. I think they're based on the style of livery that you go with. I think. I'm not sure. They might just be the same 2 default designs, no matter what. But obviously the colours, you can change the colours independently of the team colours if you wanted to. But both drivers' helmets will share the same colour scheme. With their variations. But just creating your logo, you can spend a huge amount of time just building your team logo, depending on how complex you want it to be. Like I said, it took me about an hour to put together the logo for this team, in trying to make it look as close to the Goodwood Road and Racing Club logo. Lost out some ground to Joe, but we're back within 2 seconds again. Now we're going to use our tyres. A luxury Joe doesn't really have anymore.
Come on, let's push.
Copy.
Now you can see we've got 2 different helmets. Down to that view gives you a good look at the side and rear of Porsche's helmet. And there is Lawson's. Three laps left. And now, hopefully, we can avoid getting lapped by those last 3 cars behind us in the remaining laps. I don't think we will, unfortunately, and that could determine whether or not we can get Joe. If they pull us over and not him. So we need to try and get past Joe ASAP now, I think. go. Back in the 1 second window, just about. Two more laps.
Copy, copy.
And this is where we make our move. Hopefully. Up the inside, lovely stuff. Now we need to keep pushing. One lap to go. And I should have enough battery to last that lap.
Copy. Copy.
Can we do it? What's the gap? Joe is 1.3 seconds behind and he's being blue flagged. Question now is, can we stay ahead of the blue flags so we don't fall back into its clutches? We're going to get blue flagged here by Perez? Yeah, Perez.
Copy.
Norris is going to close us down as well. That's 2.5 seconds minus what we're about to lose.
Okay, copy.
Done enough so far. Oh, we're 2 laps down, aren't we? Yeah, that's fine. I can keep pushing the
Copy.
fuel.
Copy. Copy.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner. And Verstappen finishes first.
So, season starts how last season ended with a dominant Red Bull.
A result like that absolutely speaks to all the hard work they've put into their career. Just phenomenal.
But the Ferraris are definitely up there as well. McLaren aren't too far away.
Copy.
And we are very slow, but we did finish in 20th place. We failed our objective with Porsche, but we beat the objective with Lawson. I said it would be 20th for Porsche, 21st for Lawson. And yeah, that didn't quite work out, but at least we'll get some money. I don't know if we'll get penalised for failing with Porsche. I guess we'll find out in a second. How you doing, Anthony? You've joined us right as we finished. There is Porsche now coming across the line. End of the race for him. Are there any fights that we can see? No, no one is close enough to be challenging for position, so we'll just speed things up. Did I create a team? Yes, I did.
A great drive today from Max Verstappen.
Incredible. That was a really well-deserved win. They got their race strategy absolutely spot on.
Well, they've been waiting for this, haven't they? And it's only right that they make the most of it. Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive record.
Their first win of the season, and the team looking on will be very proud, I'm sure.
And we've certainly kicked things off in style here at the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Sainz in second. Oh, Leclerc's hair glitch is back.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And that is about that for this weekend's action here in Bahrain.
The teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.
So then, confirmation of the final result of our first race in our career mode here on F1 Manager 24. Max gets the win, up 2 places from where he started. Sainz in second. Does get the bonus point for the fastest lap. Leclerc in third. Perez gains a place to go fourth ahead of Norris. And it's Piastri in sixth. Hamilton is in seventh place. He gets a 5-second penalty, but he still finishes comfortably ahead of Alonso. Russell dropping down to ninth in the end, thanks to the damage he sustained in that collision with Lewis. And Tsunoda gains a place to get the final point of the Grand Prix for RB. Let's scroll a little further down. There is, there's Stroll in 11th, down 2 places. Then it's Ricciardo, Albon, Hulkenberg, Sargent up 4 places. Ocon up 4 places as well. Then Bottas, Magnussen, Gasly, Lawson gets 20th on our debut and 2 laps down. But we did finish ahead of Guanyu Zhou in 21st, and Porsche had an absolute disaster, so down in 22nd. Driver standings then, no surprise, it's pretty much what we just saw. Those your top 10. Into the constructor standings, Red Bull top with 37, just 3 points ahead of Ferrari thanks to their 2-3 there. McLaren in third with 18 points. Ferrari are hopefully going to be able to challenge Red Bull a bit this season. We'll hopefully see McLaren pick up their pace as development goes on. I don't want to see another Red Bull run away, but this is obviously based on the early form of the very first race. So don't expect McLaren to be immediately up there fighting with Red Bull, unfortunately. Mercedes in fourth, 8 points for them. Aston in fifth, RB in sixth with a point. And then a little further down, it's Williams, Haas, Alpine, Sauber, and Goodwood F1 Racing, which is us. Unfortunately, Sauber are ahead of us, even though we beat Joe, because Bottas finished ahead of everybody. So, yeah, let's see how we did in the pit stops. We got both cars in there. Very nice. We picked up points in our first Grand Prix. So McLaren had the quickest stop with Oscar Piastri at 2.4 ahead of Perez at 2.47. Ricciardo up there with a 2.50. Then Ferrari, Alpine, Lawson with a 2.54, just 3 thousandths slower than Alpine, and a hundredth of a second faster than Max's Red Bull. Williams get both cars in there with Sargent and Albon, and we round out the top 10 with Porsche. Excellent stuff. So we are off the mark nice and early, and we're not the bottom scoring team either. McLaren top with 25 points, 1 ahead of Red Bull on 24. Then it's RB with 15, Ferrari with 12, Alpine with 10. We're just a point behind in 9th, and 7th place with 6 points is Williams. Aston, Sauber, Mercedes, Haas, yet to score any points. And there you see our stops. So 2.6, a 2.7, and then a disastrous stop at the end there. What was it? A sticky wheel nut, or was it a jack problem? It was a jack problem. Someone find Jack and fire him. Then we have a 2.5 second stop there, a 2.6 dead on the second stop. But yeah, those 2 stops there were good enough to get us some points. Excellent start. So we get a new little driver performance screen here at the end. You can see that we did get a race target bonus. We did not achieve it with Porsche, but it doesn't look like we lost any money. No contract bonuses paid out. So we did actually make a little bit of profit there, an extra $177,000. We'll take it because we'll need it. There we go. The helipad is upgraded. Let's immediately upgrade that again. Max level reached. What? Oh, wait. No. There we go. That's better. 360k to upgrade it. How much money do we have? 5 mil. Yeah. Go ahead and do that. Sports Center upgrade is 8 days away from getting to the next rank. That'll give us an extra 25k a week on what we're getting. Did I sell over 2 mil? I started off with everything as low as it could possibly go. So yes. We're building our hospitality. It doesn't say how long that's going to be, but we can check that in the calendar. Let's check in with the board. So our constructors target isn't showing here. Poor confidence. That's what we need. So they were disappointed. I don't know what they were expecting. Season objective is to get 9th. That's what I thought it would be. And we do have a long-term objective of points contender. We've got 3 seasons to go after this one. We've got 2024, 25, 26. Target season 2028. That's not 3 seasons remaining. That's 5. 4, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, we've got 5 seasons on that. Not 3. Okay. A little bit weird. How much is the board giving us each month? Let's have a look. They're giving us $4,000 a month. Or 4 mil a month. Sorry, $4,000 is nothing. Right, let's dig into our finances a little bit better. So, starting balance, yeah, only 71 million, sorry. Team marketability is pretty poor. We're getting a little bit of a bonus with our drivers, a little bit of a bonus with our team rating and facilities. End of season projection is that we are going to be 55 mil in debt. That's not good. Our drivers are costing us 12 million. Eesh. I don't think they cost us that much. Might have to see if we can just release one of our affiliates. She's on a 3-year deal, but she's an expensive 3-year deal. She's on 4 million a year. Oh, I can't. Hang on. Let's look at Condo. There we go. Now will it let me change to Evelyn? There we go. So that's the difference in the stats. And that's the contracts. He's not cheap either. He's 3.4 mil. How much would it cost me to terminate his contract? 1.4 mil. Ugh. How much are actual drivers costing us? He's more expensive than Teo. And that's one of the things that they are dealing with as well. They are looking at. Oh, see you later, trucker. Thanks for watching tonight. They are reducing the wages of new gen drivers because they are and staff because they are way too high. But yeah, that's obscene. I think we have to get rid of this contract. We just can't afford it. Go, just the one affiliate. I'd like to get rid of her as well, but she's on a 3-year deal, so that's going to cost me an absolute fortune. Our mentality hub has improved. Ooh, nice. So we have 2 in the positives. Porsche and Evelyn are both in a positive category. Everyone else now in the neutral. Biggest issues, car performance, yet no surprise there. Let's have a look at our current situation. We are 19 days away from the side pods being ready. I'm going to go ahead and reduce my staffing levels. I can figure out where we can do that. There we go. Nope. There we go, engineering team. We've got way too many. We're going to drop them down to the correct balance. Don't know why it was giving us 10 engineers. Let's have a look at scouts. We haven't got any scouts at the moment. We don't have a scouting team. That's fine. That's no money that we have to pay out that way. Just checking with our inbox. So our post-race data breakdown. Our car wasn't suited to the track given its poor medium speed performance. And looking at the rest of the grid, our car underperforms on DRS effectiveness. Yep, our car underperforms everywhere. Saudi Arabian Grand Prix will need solid medium speed performance, so that should be a focus. Our car is one of the worst on the grid, so that's going to be a tough one. Aerodynamic car part inspections below. We'll check that in a second. Lawson had a good race. Porsche performed below our expectations. Yep, I would say that's about right. In terms of strategy, we expected to finish in 21st. Our best position was 20th, so we were above target. Best strategy was a 2-stop. An update on the Kick Salva. Their car has better medium speed performance, so they're in a better position to excel in the next race. So it looks like we're going to be at the back of the grid for the next one, unfortunately. Let's have a look. Behrman won the F2 race. Let's have a look at the full results for the F2 standings. There's something new that I want to point out in a moment. But let's have a little look-see at the F2 grid. So it wasn't a sprint, was it? It was just a normal. No, there was a sprint. There we go. So Behrman was 4th, Antonelli 3rd in the sprint. And then it was Miata in 2nd, Fittipaldi taking the win in the sprint. And then in the main race, Behrman winning with Antonelli 3rd and Fittipaldi in 4th. Fittipaldi might be leading the standing. Well, no, I think Behrman's going to be leading the standings, but Fittipaldi's going to be up there, as is Antonelli, by the look of it. Let's jump to the standings page, and we've got this little page here. So this is actually what I was going to show you. You can actually now see all of the results at a quick glance. It's not quite the graph that we wanted to see that's been in F1 racing for a long time with Codemasters, but it's definitely a big improvement. We don't have to go into the race calendar and go through every race and scroll down all the way to the results of the previous Grand Prix. Now they'll all be here every season. So we've only got the one race done so far, but be able to come back here and actually check the results of all of the races and all the sessions as well. So qualifying, practice, etc. Really like that we've got this new tab here on the standings page. That is nice to see. And obviously we've got our driver standings as before, and we've got our pit stop as before as well. We get pit stop standings. No, we don't. Right. One more email to check. Let's have a look. Drive development updates. Monthly affiliates update. No improvements, but again, the first month was like 2 weeks, so no real surprise there. And we have now got to set up a training schedule for our pit crew. We're going to do that tomorrow. This is the end of tonight's stream. Been an interesting experience, running so far off the pace. Hopefully we can turn that round, but it won't happen anytime soon. We've got at least another couple of races, I think, before we can even consider getting an upgrade on the car. But hopefully we can start to find some performance from China onwards, maybe just after China. One of those two. It's either China or is it Miami after China? Yeah, so either China or Miami, we should have something on the car. And by Miami, we should have a few bits on the car. So hopefully we'll see a bit of an uptick in performance, and we won't be quite so slow. Lots of work to go before we can even think about challenging for points. I think if we do get any points this season, it's going to be more down to luck and lots of retirements in front than anything else. But yeah, an interesting first race down. Lots to think about. And I've got lots of little tweaks to make to our livery with the sponsor logos and the suits and stuff and the helmets. So I'll get all that done now. We'll be back at the usual time of 8 p.m. tomorrow, back to normal. So hope you'll be there for tomorrow's race. For those of you that are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I'm going to be pumping out races every weeknight and potentially on weekends here and there as well. This weekend I'm probably going to stream a race just because the game's still so new and I just want to play it a lot. So we'll see. May even do a non-stop run. I may even stream on Sunday as well, but that's yet to be confirmed. I might give myself Sunday off. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jumbo, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager 24 very soon.